So with regards to solo practice, you said you went through a phase of specifically developing, your ability to work the strings on the ball. Could you talk us through some of the practices?
Some of the practices I would do. I think there's the first sort of stage for hitting. The first thing I would say is make there be a purpose. I remember like one practice I would often do, and I still do it, just a simple thing of feeding on the backhand or the forehand, the volley drop for the volley. It's as simple as that. Nothing to it, but I sometimes wonder where the volley drop came from, and I often remember that was one thing that I would do. I think it came initially from a direction. Malk sort of took me down to a tournament and said, why don't you try that? And then I've sort of stuck with it ever since, just as a solo practice, just feeding, playing the volley drop, feeding, playing the volley drop. You can do that with a multitude of shots. So choose your shot, feed your ball, do it.
Yeah.
So that's obviously the way of solo practicing that I've used, but most people use, but then they often stop at that. And I think where I sort of moved my solo on a little bit was I would make it then into practices which were much freer, but more game-like, so it would then involve movement.
Yeah.
Because I found that I enjoyed solo practice. I like practicing on my own. I like being alone. So that was all good, and it was a good way for me to practice. But I just tried to think of different ways. So the first ways were just practicing that single shot, which is really valid. But I soon understood that I think I have to bring this on a bit now if I want to make it a little bit more specific, which would then involve me, I'm going to stand along for instance, I'd make it up, it's totally made up, but stand along the middle line, and I'm just going to hack it at myself and react.
Right.
Hit it off the sidewall, whack it around, react, but totally random.
Yeah.
So, and then there was a time where I really worked on hitting it cross court from the left and then moving over to the other side and playing it with a straight ball. So it was involving the movement that was required in a match situation. So I think if I was to say to players at home, about solo practice, and I think just try and, from my point of view, practice your shots by all means. That's going to help you.
Yeah.
And you'll learn a lot from doing that, and you'll get precise, but just bring the unknown factor to it a little bit, in that you have the ball's coming at you, or you have to run a few yards to get to a ball, to place your feet in position to react to it, and to place your body in position to hit the right shot. So yeah, I think those were the sort of ways that I've used solo practice over the years, I think, more and more.
And ball skill drills specifically, did you do any?
Maybe that would be maybe 10%. I wouldn't be doing that all the time, but occasionally, I would do some just total. Right, I'm going to see how many volleys I could do, and it was quite simple backhand volleys. They're quite heavy duty, I find, and certainly when you do these with the kids and stuff, like your wrists and your arms get really tired quite quickly, so you can't do them for hours, but really good skills, quickly hitting, and then making it quicker, using the wrist, backhands, then you can go sort of side to side, and you can really get some good skill out of doing that. Great for the vision, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Going into the corners, flicking right into the corner, and then the other one would be sort of hitting across the court, side to side volleys. That was always a really good one.
Yeah.
So things like that are always going to be a benefit.
Yeah.
But it's the balance of how you do it that's key to me. If you're going to do that all day, is that going to make you better at structuring a rally, playing squash, reacting to another opponent, moving into the right position? So it's all valid, and it's the same with drop drive or any of those. If you do that all the time, it might not make you a better squash player necessarily, straight away, but if you balance your training into different things and different ways of working, and get that balance right, then that's where the improvement comes, I think, optimally, I think.